Yo, hello everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. Let me just check our levels here. Mike, everything good? All right, we should be all set to start here. Um, and gotta love this price action here. So BTC has been pretty boring for a while. If you really look at this, price is essentially doing some ranging. Right, we have kind of all these mini ranges slightly trending downwards. We could be seeing a higher low put in here, in which case we'd be targeting these X's, these previous highs, and essentially having this, sort of capturing this larger range here, this 20% range, capturing the from the downside to the upside of this total range rather than sort of in this downtrend small range the price has sort of been consolidating in for a period of time. So we'll go ahead and do some updating, but ultimately, this was my setup, right? This was sort of my trading plan. What I had said from last week is I want to see price visit range low, which it did. We can see that zone has held as support. And from there, I just want to start taking out these previous highs. It's really that simple. Okay. In the meantime, I know a lot of people in crypto Twitter have been going crazy while price has been trading in this little zone here. I am not one of those people because I have my plan. I'm in my trade and I'm just going to chill. I don't have any problems or any whatever. None of this bothers me. I'm not going to like lose my shit over these small moves in this consolidation and all of this like back and forth and whatever else, right? We have our trading plan. We're in our long trade. Our trade is not we have a clear invalidation for our trade, which is our stop loss here. Range low is holding as support, just like we had talked about. Reclaim Monday range here, but this is from last week. Okay, so we'll do a little bit updating. Of course, we're still forming this week's Monday range, but we're reclaiming the zone and we're looking to take out some previous highs here. And as price does have some degree of continuation to the upside, really what I want to see is for something that kind of looks like this to reclaim sort of this zone here that we can see has been a key SR flip zone for BTC for quite some time while it's been in this range. Go ahead, reclaim this. I may look to add if we do get that move up and some kind of a retracement. I'll add to my long, and then we'll simply look to take out all of these previous highs here, up to the all-time high and simply look to range, right? So that's been my plan. That's what I'm looking at. I'm sticking to it. Let's do a little bit of updating on the chart just so we get some new levels, and then we will move on to our next asset that we've been trading. So let's see here. Oh, I drew this out a really long time. That stuff. Really. Let's take our channel. Wow, look at this channel. Definitely want like a near perfect deviation back into this massive upwards chain. Let's stuff here. Talked about go. This was a bit like we kind of got this scenario, but a lot later. I'm gonna go that triangle here. Areas of liquidity probably shifted a little higher. Waiting on our upwards channel here. All right, previous month levels, monthly open up here, previous high, previous low. You know, it's safe to say that really the monthly open, like the next area that we're all going to be, in my opinion, price does upside. Go ahead and update our previous week. Low, high, open, per hour, and just still forming Monday's range. Pull that up just yet. Have a new level. We really don't care about that. I think here we'll go like this. Go ahead and just add it. What we'll say is, again, this is that green zone, right? So we really want to reclaim this level. We want to claim this level and see price have some degree of continuation. Of course, to claim previous week high here. So like this zone for me, you know, I even already have it drawn out. I really want to see price go ahead and claim that and then have some degree of continuation to the upside. Of course, you know, it is subject to range. Well, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as we move forward here. That all looks good. Have that new monthly level do it. Not. Yeah, so you know, this, so for me right now as I look at this zone here is a key SR flip and this zone is a key resistance. So this is a take profit for me, especially. Take profit zone. This is SR flip for me. So these are kind of our two key zones to watch and ones that you're going to want to put onto chart if you not already have. Let's go ahead and just have NPOC. Okay, we do have lower, nothing too there. Previous da 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 da. Yeah, so interestingly enough, also the previous month POC. Data. Or there's not going to be ranging. 69.90. 69.90 level, which we have here. 990 profit level as well. We'll actually go take profit zone long. And then take a peek at the levels just all of it. We're coming up here about 70. Yeah, I think it's obvious. Okay, so yeah, I think, you know, for me right now, I already have this marked out as our SR, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. There. What I will put though, that this zone here, area of resistance, profit on profit zone there. We are holding the range, so all of this looks very you know, really at the end of the day, what are we looking for here, right? And this will go ahead and sum up my analysis on BTC for the upcoming week. This plan hasn't changed. Okay, by and large, this plan has not changed. Ultimately, what we want to see happen, I think it's very encouraging that range low is holding, especially with the amount of bearish sentiment that we're seeing. However, it really doesn't matter to me what happens in here. I shouldn't say that. It's not that it doesn't matter to me, but so as long as prices are in this area, we really don't have a sense of direction. So it's entirely possible that price comes into here and just goes lower. That's entirely possible. However, if price does reclaim sort of this green zone here, and we do get a move up like this sort of path that I'm drawing here, I don't see any reason why price can't continue into this area of resistance with this untapped monthly as well as this WN that we have here. So that's definitely something I'm going to be looking for. And like in the time being, I'm not going to like go crazy and say, oh yeah, we're going to be ripping to all-time highs, etc. We're going to be crazy, blah 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 blah. But again, taking a level by level is important. I am long, okay, and I'm long with the intention of doing sort of a macro range trade, right? We can see that we've simply been ranging, and now I'm looking for a move back up here, to which, you know, then we can go ahead and go on from there and sort of see what happens. But altogether, this is range low for me. We're holding it as support. We had a nice deviation here. I want to see price reclaim this zone here, and this will be my sort of first key take profit area. If price reclaims this zone, I'll go ahead and adjust my stop loss to reduce risk on this trade overall. But for the time being, not a whole lot has happened here. This is our key next area to watch that will give us a little bit more information as what we can sort of expect for the coming weeks ahead. So we'll go ahead and move on to Solana. Again, this is a trade that I am in. I entered here. We went ahead and revisited my entry. I didn't do anything. This happened like last night, kind of over the weekend. I still was not going crazy over trading at the time. So I am still in my position. Stop loss is not hit. We're going ahead and we're looking safe. This is simply a channel trade. I want to see price continue to hold this channel. We can go ahead and do a little bit of updating here, but ultimately, you know, what am I looking for is to take out some of these previous highs here that I have marked with our red X's. Given the timing of things, it is starting to look good that maybe we can see an intersection here for like that third week of May, and maybe price kind of comes here, comes back down, does this, and then here, which will be our key take profit area. We can go ahead and close up that trade and evaluate from there. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit of updating. I want to get our previous week levels marked. previous low, week open. Let's drop down to a 4 hour. So we went ahead and swept previous week low, held beautifully on a 4 hour. We have now reclaimed the weekly open. Next logical target is the previous week high. I think that Solana looks great. For our long, I have no intention of closing this position. I think it looks phenomenal. I'm going to stay in this long and I'm just going to hold out. I may look to take some profits depending on what happens here at the previous week high. Obviously, what we would want to see is for price to, let me go ahead and hide this here and I'm going to here. What we would want to see price is to reclaim this level and have some degree of continuation to the upside. If we get kind of a deviation or a sweep of the level, I'll go ahead and look to take profits in the zone. Okay, but in the meantime, I'm going to let price sort of unfold with Solana right now. I think altogether, as I look at the, I think altogether, as I look at this, truthfully, like I said, long looks good. Next key area of resistance is going to be this zone up here. After that, of course, it's the monthly level at about $200. That's really, guys. Like I said, I think that this looks good for our positions. I'm closing it at. In fact, pull this up. Bit of look. Goal briefly on up. Targeting 150 price there. That's pretty high. And again, targeting at about 160. No surprise there. That's range highs. 176 zone. So let's go ahead and look at that on the chart. There is liquidity in this zone, liquidity in this zone, liquidity in the zone. So not too surprising, right? Three of the areas that we're two especially of the areas that we're looking for here, the previous week high and then this SFP zone are holding quite a bit of liquidity that price could target. So again, everything looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and hold it long. Not a whole lot to do for updating. All right, lastly, we'll take a look at BONK. So this one was actually really interesting. For whatever reason, on my exchange, I was spared. I'm still in this position from my original entry. Actually, my entry, it's lower. Let me pull it up and I'll go ahead and adjust this on the chart here. What is my now? Uh, 23194. All right, so that's my average entry right now, where my price is at. Our stop loss here on TradingView got ran by like 1,000th of a penny or a 1/100000th of a penny. I don't even know how to talk about these metrics here. So small. But the point is that I think on some exchanges, like I noticed some people in the Discord said they got stopped out. For whatever reason, I was spared on mine. And my stop wasn't taken. So damn close. So damn close, right? Again, this happened last night. In my opinion, still a little bit of weekend price action that I was not actively trading. So I apologize. I wish I had been there to kind of update you guys or to give you a bit of an insight on what was going on at the time. but nonetheless, we'll do that a little bit here. So what we can see is that I do think that this was probably as deep as a liquidity grab as that we're going to get if we're going to have some degree with BONK. Again, we are reclaiming the value area here, as well as the 618. If this is truly kind of that deviation play that we're looking for, I was hoping it would happen here, but then getting this move back down was not really what I was expecting. But nonetheless, so as long as kind of this zone holds down here, I think that we could have some degree of continued upside. So next key area, of course, is the POC, and then of course the value area. And my ultimate goal is to take out these previous highs here up to the wider range value area high. So let's go ahead and pull up their previous week levels here. Out. Weekly open here. Drop down to a 4-hour. Yeah, so the previous week high is right at about the value area, so this all does look pretty good. Go ahead and also the 618. So in the event, if you're not still long in this position, what had happened here? Go look at an H1. Wow. Yeah, this looks really good. I like how this looks, but so depending on how choppy prices, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't. Okay, so I'm in my swing long for BONK, and I'm gonna hold that. I wouldn't be surprised if price visited this area here, and we get another sort of like an intra-week long opportunity, where we see price sort of chop out, something like this, come back down here, then sort of have some reclaim or a move to the upside. I would not be surprised if we saw something like that happen. And in fact, I'm actually going to set an alert below this low here. Consider compounding long. And if we do go ahead and get this set up, this may be something guys who either got stopped out on this low, or if you're still in and want to enter, or if you haven't entered at all, this may be a really good opportunity. So let's go ahead and just take a look at actually at the BONK here. If I did it on here, but we can just go ahead and double check. Is okay. 7 days. Looking for further down in here. Yeah. So yeah, that would pull us back to like right around the sort of area here that I had mentioned. And in fact, I would probably move this down a little bit here. So if we do get something like that, this may be what you would want to look for. It's entirely possible that we simply have continuation, but if we were to get a move down, this would be a zone that I would be comfortable longing. I would be comfortable longing here. I wouldn't long anything up here, even though it may bounce and have continuation. I think it would be more likely that it would come down here, hit the val, come up to the POC, come down again, right? Do a little bit more ranging even than we already have. And then eventually have a massive break to the upside. Okay, so this is sort of my intra-trade week. Like I said, I'm still in that swing long. But you know, again, similarly to BTC and Solana and everything, really we're just in the super tight range, guys. Not a whole lot has happened. And look at this price action. We've just sort of been in this zone here, right? Last Monday for 7 days. Okay. I think that's about it. Those are the three assets that I did want to cover for this week. I'm still in this Pepe long. I'm still in my original Pepe long. So that trade is up like insanely big right now. I think I'm up like some 4,000%. This was the original long trade here. And of course I took some profit here and then I said I'm just going to runners. Yeah, I'm up like some 4,000, 4,200%. Totally just chilling on that. I have no intention of closing it whatsoever. Another asset that I want to look at to trade is WIF. So expect some analysis coming on WIF this week. What else did I want to look at? I wanted to considering taking a look at Doge for whatever reason. Late. I think AVAX is at an interesting turning point here as well. Really just been ranging for a while and it's at range lows, so this kind of isn't. When I see AVAX looking the way that it does here, it definitely makes me think that we're going to see some degree of a pullback that would give us that long entry on BONK, just because I think it would be appropriate to see, price essentially, do something like this. In which case, you'd have to ask yourself, what would that look like on BONK and Solana? Some of these other assets that would hold a little bit stronger and give some of these weaker assets an opportunity to sweep some lows to give an appropriate long entry and create some liquidity to the upside for a. So I think altogether that wraps up our analysis for the day. If you guys have any questions, ask in Discord if I would. As always, thank you for joining me. Hopefully we have a really exciting week up here. I think the last thing we'll go ahead and take a look at if we have any. You have PPI 8:30 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard EST. Like Powell is speaking tomorrow EST. Then we have CPI on Wednesday at 8:30 EST. So there's a little bit of action early in the week. These things could trigger some volatility. Very, very welcome. Quite some time. So again, as always, thank you for joining me, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the. Expect more analysis from, especially on some newer assets. We'll be to enter some trades, especially after Monday's. Thanks again, and we'll see you.